Hi everyone, it's Jeanette, and we're back with another video, and we have the wonderful Alex who will be guiding us today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope everybody's doing great.
We're going to go ahead and get started today. We'll begin in an easy seat, whatever that looks like for you today. Maybe you have a block at home or a blanket you can fold to put underneath your seat, elevating your hips so the pelvis can tip forward here, pelvic bowl is neutral. Maybe bringing the hands to rest on the shins or the mid-thighs, bringing the thumb to the index finger here, closing the circle of energy. Palms can face up to receive energy or face down if you need a little more grounding today. Just gently beginning to settle into your mat, letting go of anything that happened before you stepped on your mat today, and letting go of what could await after, and just giving yourself the gift of this present moment here and now. Gently beginning to guide your awareness within. Feel the parts of your body that are connected to the earth. Sides, the tops of the feet. Feel into your sitting bones. As you root down into your seat, feel the energy travel up the entire length of the spine. Heart reaches forward, heart is open, shoulders are soft, away from the ears. Crown of the head reaches high, chin is parallel to the mat, face is soft, gaze is soft. If it feels appropriate here, close the eyes or simply soften the gaze. And just notice what you notice. Maybe a feeling in the body, maybe a thought. And as you notice these things, see if you can begin to dial it down and allow them to fade into background noise. As they surface, as they do, and just practicing non-attachment to them. From here, taking the attention now to the breath. No judgment here, just acknowledgement of the simple yet marvelous gift that you are indeed breathing. And just simply becoming immersed in the study of the qualities of your breath here. Maybe you notice a temperature or a texture of the breath. Maybe seeing where the breath is located today. And as this life force surges through the body, just noticing what that sensation feels like here. Take 3 rounds of breath here, inhaling deeply through the nose, belly rises. Exhale, sigh it all out. Audible exhale here. We'll take 2 more just like that. Inhale, belly rises, fill up. Exhale, sigh it all out, let it go. Lingering in the exhale here. 1 more deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it all out. Closing the mouth, continuing to ride the wave of your breath here. If it's within your practice here, connecting with your Ujjayi pranayama. This warrior's breath, the oceanic sound. It's done through constricting the muscles in the back of the throat as if you were engaging in a whisper, fogging up a mirror. This oceanic sound builds heat through the body, and this heat can carry you through your practice on your mat today. If this breath doesn't resonate with you, then simply let it go and maybe make an intention just to stay with the breath. allowing yourself to link the movements with the breath here in a way that feels organic and supportive of the body. Bring the hands up overhead, palms touch. Bring the hands down to heart center here. Press your thumbs to your sternum and your sternum to your thumbs. Maybe a slight bow of the chin here. If it's within your practice, cultivating an intention today. Maybe someone or something to bring meaning to your movements. Maybe a word or a phrase or just something that you're working towards. Allowing this intention to resonate in your mind's eye, we'll seal it with a round of breath here. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Bringing the hands to rest back in a place that feels comfortable. Maybe bringing the eyes to softly open here, gazes forward. If you're seated cross-legged, now is a great time to switch the cross in your legs. Bringing your hands out in front of you here, basket weave grip. Shoulders are soft away from the ears here, palms face you. Inhale the arms up, heart is open, maybe gaze up if the neck allows. Exhale, round it forward. Seated cat-cows. Here, moving with your own breath, allowing it to guide you. Inhaling, opening the heart, maybe gazing up here. Exhale, rounding it forward here. Inhale the arms up. Do one more. Exhale, round it forward. Your next inhale brings the palms back up to the sky. Flip the palms to face towards the ceiling. Push out through the left wrist all the way down to the left hip. Arms go over towards the right. Left side body stretch here. Breathing into that left side body expansion. Maybe the heart spirals open towards the ceiling here. Inhale back to center. Reach up, palms press towards the ceiling. Exhale over to the left side now. Press out from the right wrist all the way down to the right hip. Right side body stretched. Heart can spiral open here. Inhaling back to center. We'll roll over onto our hands and knees, coming into our tabletop position here. So if you have any knee issues, I like to place a blanket underneath the knees here, protecting the joints. From here, we want our shoulders stacking underneath our wrists. Knees are directly under the hips. Press into the L that your index finger and your thumb make here. Imagine an isometric drag of the heels of your hands to your knees. Nothing actually moves, but that's the engagement that you're looking for here. Core is engaged, pressing into the tops of the feet here, taking pressure off of the knees. Crown of the head reaches forward here. We'll take 3 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, heart comes forward. Exhale, round the spine. Send the center of your spine high towards the ceiling, gaze towards the thighs. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, round the spine, continuing with your breath here. Maybe you add in a little movement here. Your next cat rounds you back to child's pose. Send your seat towards your heels here. Allow the forehead to rest on the mat. Maybe rocking the head right and left, massaging the forehead on the ground. Allowing the back heart to soften and relax. From here, walk your hands over to the right corner of your mat. Right hand goes over and maybe the left hand comes on top of the right here. Getting a nice stretch through the shoulders, through the left side body. Walk the hands back to center. Left hand goes towards the left corner of the mat. Maybe the right hand comes on top. Opening through the shoulders here. Walk the hands back to center. Roll up into your tabletop position. Left hand is under the left shoulder, underneath the face. Right hand liberates towards the sky here. Heart is open. Thread the needle. Bring that right arm through the left. Right palm faces up. Left hand extends long on the mat. Maybe sending the weight back towards the heels here. Releasing into the shoulders. Bringing the left palm back, left hand back underneath that left shoulder. Push into that left hand. Bring the right arm up to the sky. Open the heart. Bring it back down into your tabletop position. Right hand presses into the mat. Left hand lifts. Heart is open here. Exhale, thread the needle, bring it on through. Left palm faces up, right arm can extend long on the mat here. Bring the right hand back underneath the right shoulder, pressing into that right hand. Lift the left arm, heart is open towards the sky here. Bring it back into your tabletop position here and just shake it out, taking any organic movements here, maybe a rock of the tail, maybe a few circles here. Again, bringing the wrists back underneath the shoulders here. Really press into the L that the forefinger and the thumb make. Extend the right leg long on the mat. Toes are on the mat here. Maybe pedaling through that right leg. Just waking up the hamstrings here. And returning to center, returning to stillness here. Pressing into the top of the left foot on the mat. Right toes are still on the mat. If you wish to continue on here, lift the right toes off of the mat, hip height no higher. Both frontal hip points are shining towards the mat like headlights. Core is engaged, we're not dumping into the shoulders, it's really active in the shoulders, really pressing into the hands, pressing into the left foot here. Maybe you extend the left arm long, one straight line of energy here. No sway in the back, right toes are still flexed towards the mat, both hip points are square. Inhale, exhale, bring that left elbow to right knee, crunch it in. Inhale, long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, long. This exhale brings you back down to table, shake it out. Extend the left leg long on the mat here, maybe pedaling through the left hamstring, just waking it up here. Extending it long on the mat, rocking back and forth on the toes. And then when you're ready, pressing into the top of the right foot here. Maybe you lift that left leg, hip height no higher. Left toes are flexed towards the mat, really pushing into the shoulders here. Maybe that right arm extends long, one straight line of energy here. Breathe. Next exhale brings right elbow, left knee. Inhale it long. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale it long. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. One last inhale long. And bring it back down into your tabletop. Press back, child's pose. Maybe giving the shoulders a break here, bringing the hands, the arms alongside the legs, allowing the forehead to rest on the mat, palms face up. Just reconnecting with the breath here. When you're ready, extending the arms on the mat in front of you, about shoulder width distance apart here. We'll send the hips up and back, downward facing dog here. Maybe a deep bend in the knees, protecting the spine here. Feet are hips width distance apart. Still pressing into the L that the forefinger and the thumb make here. Shoulders are looped down the back. Gaze is towards the thighs. Press out through the backs of the thighs. We'll inhale high on the toes. Exhale, drop the heels over to the left corner of your mat. Good morning, hamstrings. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop the heels to the right corner of the mat. Maybe the gaze travels out under that left side of the body. We'll inhale back to center here, neutral down dog. From this down dog, we'll inhale, roll forward to plank, the top of a push-up here. Shoulders stack over the wrists, core is engaged here. Press out through the backs of the thighs, firm up all the way down through the heels. One straight line of energy here. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Last one, shoulders stack over the wrists. From here, drop the knees, disengage the feet, lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Hands are underneath the shoulders, heart is reaching forward. Press back, downward facing dog. Step your feet to your hands, halfway lift. Have a place for your hands. Hands can plant on the shins here, back is flat, crown of the head reaches forward, weight tips slightly forward. Exhale, fold, let it all go here. A deep bend in the knees here, protecting the spine, maybe rocking the head, shaking it yes and no. We'll inhale to rise slowly, stacking the spine vertebra by vertebra. Crown of the head is last to arrive. Reaching the arms up overhead. Bringing them down to heart center here. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring it through, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands down. We'll do one more just like that. Inhale, reach up, maybe gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Root to rise all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana, at the top of your mat here. Tadasana, feet are about hips width distance apart here. The heels track behind the second and the third toe. For some of us, that feels slightly pigeon-toed. It's kind of a work in progress here, just something to consider. Feel your feet suction into the mat here, into the earth. Feel that energy travel up through the legs, into the hips. Pelvic bowl is neutral. Tailbone carves towards the heels here. There's no sway in the back. It's an active pose as the core engages here. The heart lifts. Chin is parallel to the mat. Crown of the head reaches high. Palms face forward. Tadasana. Where's the breath? Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose, top of a push-up here. Imagine squeezing a block with your forearms here. That's the engagement we're looking for. Drop the knees, disengage the feet, lower into cobra. Meet in downward facing dog. Breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4. Next breath, steps the feet to the hands. Halfway lift here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach, rise. Exhale, Tadasana. One more just like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back with the opposite foot this time, if you can remember. I know I struggle with it. Coming into our plank pose, the top of a push-up. Drop the knees, disengage the feet, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, coming into cobra pose here. Little to light to no pressure on the hands here. Bring it back into your downward facing dog. Taking 5 rejuvenating breaths here. Pressing out through the backs of the thighs. Can you lift the toes, not the heels, maybe lift the toes. Feel how the legs engage. Oh yeah. Can you lower the toes back down, maintaining that same engagement? Your next inhale steps your feet to your hands, halfway lift, the flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach, rise. Exhale, Tadasana, at the top of your mat. From here, inhale the arms up overhead. If you have any shoulder issues, bring them to heart center here. We'll inhale, sit back in your chair pose. Carve your tailbone towards your heels here. There's no sway of the back. Core is engaged here. Thighs rotate internally here. Imagine squeezing a block between your thighs. Gaze is soft, connecting with the breath here. Can you sink your chair a little lower? Inhaling deeply. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, descend. What does that look like for you today? From this downward facing dog, lift your right toes off the mat. Right toes are flexed towards the mat here, hip is square. Use your core to bring that right foot through your hands here. Warrior one. Left foot spirals down at about a 40-degree angle. This looks different for everyone. Hips are square here. Get strong. When you're ready, liberate the arms here. Imagine bringing that right hip back, maybe the left hip coming forward. Reach up with the right, reach up with the left. Keeping the shoulders soft here, but engaged. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back, descend. Riding the wave of your breath here, linking the movement with the breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Left toes are flexed towards the mat. Bring that left foot through the hands, right foot spirals down at a 40-ish degree angle. Square off the hips. When you're ready, liberate the arms. You might have to adjust your stance. That's okay. Reaching up equally with both arms. Maybe the pinkies rotate in to face the body here. Maybe the gaze travels up. And when you're ready, frame the foot, breaking the pose. Step back, descend. We meet in downward facing dog, or maybe you need a child's pose here. Maybe taking the knees wide. Knowing that this pose is always here for you, to hold you. Just taking 5 deep breaths here. Your next inhale steps your feet to your hands here. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Tadasana. All right, shake it out. From here, we'll take a quarter turn to the right. So the sides of your feet will parallel the short edges of your mat. Widen your stance. Turn your right toes out, a deep bend into the right knee here, setting up for warrior two. Right knee tracks over the second and the third toe. Really commit to that deep bend in your right knee. Right knee is tracking over the heel. You want your right heel to intersect the arch of your left foot. Liberate the arms. Warrior two. If for some reason you're not feeling it in your arms, you can flip the palms to face the ceiling here. And then flip them back down, maintaining that same engagement. Inhale, bring that left hand to the left thigh. Reach forward and up, flip the palm, reverse warrior here. Right fingers towards the sky. Commit to the bend in your right knee, heart is open. Inhale. Exhale back, warrior two. Straighten that right leg. Turn the right toes back to be parallel with the mat. Deep bend now into that left leg. Left heel intersects the arch of the right foot. Left knee is tracking over that left heel. Arms are engaged here. Imagine one straight line from fingertip to fingertip. Press out through the outer edge of the right foot. Paying attention to the parts of the pose that you can't see. From here, inhale that left hand forward, drop the right palm to the right thigh, flip the palm, reverse the warrior here. Heart is open. Are you breathing? Inhale deeply. Exhale back. Warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down, frame that left foot, step back, descend. We meet in downward facing dog or child's pose. Taking 5 breaths here. Your next inhale, step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down into the feet. Energy travels up the legs, up the spine. Body rises, crown of the head is last to arrive. Exhale, Tadasana. Stepping to the top of your mat here, we'll play with a little balance here. We'll feel deeply into your feet here. Allow your feet to suction into the mat. Lift all 10 toes off of the mat and try to spread them. We'll base on the left leg here. Inhale, lift that right leg off the mat. The moment that right leg lifts, flex the toes towards the face here. Allow that right leg to open. The opening comes from the hip. That right foot can come to rest on the ground as a kickstand, onto the shin, or onto the thigh here, never on the knee. We want to protect that knee. Wherever that right foot falls, allow that left leg to press into the right foot with as much as you press the foot into the leg. Maybe you bring the hands to heart center here, and allow the branches, the limbs to grow long overhead, connecting with your drishti or your focal point. A non-moving object or something to look at just a few feet in front of you. Feeling the sway of the branches. And just knowing that such is life. Allowing that right hip to continue to open. The heart is open here. If you really want to challenge your balance, maybe gaze up or bring the eyes to close. And when you're ready, bring the hands to heart center here. Bring that right leg back in towards the midline of the body. Bring it down to the mat, shake it out. Basing on the right leg now. Get strong in that right foot, strong in the foundation here. When you're ready, lift that left leg off the mat. Toes are flexed towards the face here. Don't want that left leg hanging out in the canoodle. We really want it strong and engaged. When you're ready, open it out towards the left side. And then find a place for that left foot. Again, utilizing it as a kickstand, toes on the mat, maybe that left foot, left shin, or left foot onto left thigh. Just remembering and honoring that both sides of the body are so different. And yoga does a fantastic job of showing us where we can use a little more balance. When you're ready, maybe bringing the hands to heart center, or maybe you wish to liberate the branches here. Allowing that left leg to open up, hip is open. Maybe you gaze up at your fingertips. Bring the hands back down to heart center. Bring that left leg back in. Shake it out. Step your feet a little shorter than mat's width distance here. We'll come into Malasana or Garland squat here, deep yoga squat. If you have any knee issues, just come down into a comfortable seat. Maybe bring the hands to heart center here. You lower down into your Malasana. Toes face forward here. Maybe the elbows come onto the inner thighs. Just allowing them to open up here. Allowing the release to come from the thighs, the hips, the low back. Pressing your thumbs to your sternum to your thumbs. Breathing. And when you're ready, releasing onto your seat here. Placing the soles of the feet onto the floor here. Extend the arms out in front of you. Imagine as if you were holding onto a beach ball. Slowly and with control, lower yourself all the way back onto the mat. There's going to be a place where you want to dump into the floor. Allow yourself to rock your knees right and left here. Just giving the low back a little love. And then walking the feet in towards the seat. You should be able to tickle the backs of your heels with your fingertips here. From here, we'll set up for our bridge pose. Inhale, lift the hips here. The seat is soft. Chin is tucked slightly towards the chest here. Imagine sending your knees forward. Pressing into the feet. Maybe into the palms here. Exhale, release it down into the earth. Windshield wiper the knees right and left, neutralizing the spine. Taking another round of bridge. Inhale, hips up. Maybe it feels okay to interlock your fingers underneath you, giving yourself a little leverage. This isn't always accessible, nor does it always feel good, and that's okay. Just finding the place here for you. Allow the lift to come from the front of the body here. Glutes are engaged, but the seat is not clenched. When you're ready, releasing that down, windshield wipering the knees once more. We'll take another round of bridge. Inhale, lift. If you have a block, you can slide it underneath your sacrum here. That's the triangular bone at the base of your spine. Just giving the hips a little rest. Maybe you come up onto the toes here, giving yourself a little lift. Can you lower the heels, maintaining that same lift? When you're ready, if you have any props, remove them. Exhale, lower it down into the earth. Windshield wipering the knees right and left. Taking any movements that feel organic here. And when you're ready, inhale, lift that right leg off the mat. Flex the toes towards your face a couple of times here. Then cross that right leg over that left thigh. Maybe bringing the right hand onto the right thigh, never the knee, right toes are flexed. Taking a supine pigeon here. Maybe you wish to continue on the journey, seeking sensation here. You can bring the hands and release them behind the left thigh, flexing both the right and the left toes, guiding that left thigh into the body here. Breathing into that right hip space. Bring the left sole of the foot back down to the earth. Inhale the right leg high, toes flex. Then bring the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale the left leg high, toes flex towards the face here. Cross that left foot over the right thigh. Left toes are flexed towards the ceiling here. Again, both sides of the body are so different here. Check in with what your body is calling for today. Maybe you press onto the left thigh. Or maybe that hip is seeking more sensation. So you bring the hands to interlock behind that right thigh here. Right toes are flexed towards the ceiling. Guide that right thigh in towards the body. As sensation arises in that hip, meet it with breath. See if you can soften. The right sole of the foot back down onto the earth. Inhale that left leg high, flexing the toes, and bring that left foot down to meet the right here. Bringing the knees into the chest here. Make yourself as tiny as you possibly can. Just allowing yourself to roll maybe a few circles in one direction. Maybe giving yourself a count. Just doing what feels natural and supportive of the body here. Just giving that sacrum, the entire length of the spine, a nice massage. And when you're ready, bringing it back into center here, giving yourself a big hug. Shift the hips over towards the right side of the mat here. Bring the knees into the chest. Then allow the knees to fall over to the left side. Keeping that top leg in line with or above the navel. Maybe extending the arms long here. If you have no neck issues, allowing the gaze to travel over that right hand. Twist. Maybe the left hand comes on top of the right thigh, helping that right leg over. To center here, shift the hips over towards the left side now. Bring the knees in towards the chest, knees fall over towards the right. Maybe it feels okay to extend the legs long if the space permits. Maybe the right hand comes onto the left thigh, and if the neck allows, bringing the gaze over the left hand here. Eyes can close, or if it feels more appropriate to have the gaze open, keep it soft. Knees are above the navel. Back to center, bring the legs back in towards the midline of the body, giving yourself a hug, maybe taking a happy baby here, grabbing the soles of the feet. You want the entire length of your spine on the mat if you're able. If you find that your tailbone or your low back is popping off of the mat, maybe you grab closer to the heels here, maybe extending one leg towards the ceiling as if you were taking a step on it. Maybe extending the other one. Being mindful of the knees and the legs so as to not bring them into the ribs. Maybe you rock back and forth. Maybe stillness feels more appropriate here. Just allowing the hips and the thighs feel supported. And when you're ready, bringing the knees back in towards the chest, giving yourself another hug, maybe taking any additional movements that call you before we prepare to settle into our rest. When you're ready, extending the right foot to the right corner of the mat. Then extending the left foot to the left corner of the mat. Letting go of the practice, letting go of the breath. Allowing yourself to sink into the stillness created by your practice today. Allowing the hands to fall where they feel natural. The entire weight of your body is melting into the support of the earth here. Feel the toes relax, the heels soften. The shins and the calves are wrapped in the relaxation. Knees soften to the earth. The quadriceps, the backs of the thighs release. The hips are neutral. Pelvic bowl is relaxed. There's no clenching in the seat. The heart is beating. The fingertips are relaxed. And the tongue rests in the mouth. Letting go of the control of the breath, allowing it to naturally rise and fall here. The face is soft. As you settle into this gentle yet firm support of the earth, just trust in knowing that there's nowhere to be, nothing to do, rather than to simply be. And trust that I will wake you when it is time. Shavasana. your awareness back. Back to the physical body. Back to your mat. Taking a few deep, energetic breaths here, awakening the body. As this energy surges through the body, maybe circling the wrists or the toes. Taking small movements as you deepen the breath here. Maybe a big good morning stretch if it calls you. Stretching out from fingertips to toes. And then when you're ready, rolling onto the right side of the body, allowing yourself to be cradled in a fetal position here. The head can rest on the arm. The knees are in towards the chest. And as you find yourself in this very symbolic, restful position of rebirth, know that in so many ways this is your opportunity to be reborn into this day or this night. A softer, kinder, more gracious person towards yourself and towards others. And just allow that to guide you through all that you do. We'll meet in a comfortable seat on our mats whenever you're ready. Eyes can be closed or the gaze is soft here. Taking your time to arrive. When you're ready, inhale the arms up overhead, gathering everything that serves you well. Bringing it down to your heart center here. Bringing your thumbs to your sternum to your thumbs. A slight bow of the chin here. Bowing to the divine within. Knowing that all that you have and all that you are is always enough. The light, the love, the student and teacher in me sees and honors and truly appreciates the light, the love, the student, the teacher in you. Namaste.
Namaste.